Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Can you guess when this story happened? Well, it was the night before Christmas. It was way past Choo-Choo's bedtime, for he was just a little fellow. But he'd begged so hard to be allowed to stay up late with all the others around the Christmas tree that his mother had finally consented. But soon his little head began to nod, and his eyes fluttered and closed.
Wake up, Choo-Choo! Wake up!
Huh? Oh, golly, Santa Claus!
Nobody else? How would you like to take a quick trip with me back to Santa Claus land? You see, I left in such a hurry this Christmas Eve that I forgot one of my bags. Want to come with me?
Oh, I sure do.
All right, then. Give me your hand and we'll just scoot up the chimney.
Choo-Choo could hardly believe it was really happening. Santa held Choo-Choo's hand in his as the two of them floated straight up through the chimney. And there on the roof, all sprinkled with fresh snow, was Santa's sled. And who do you suppose was waiting impatiently to carry them back to Santa Claus land?
Here, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunder, Blitzen.
Santa tucked Choo-Choo under a blanket, then gave his reindeer the signal to go. Off they went, over the housetops, faster and faster, until Choo-Choo thought he would lose his breath. Then all at once, Santa started to smile.
Why, listen, Choo-Choo. We're almost there. Hear our welcoming committee?
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. La 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 la. Troll the ancient Christmas carol. La 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 la.
Choo-Choo almost fell out of the sled with excitement as they drove into Santa Claus land and right down Merry Christmas Avenue. And he smiled back at all the happy faces that smiled out at him. He could hardly believe he was really here.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
As they rode down Merry Christmas Avenue, Santa pointed out the house where the doll makers lived and the home of the furniture builders. Oh, and right across the street lived a nice old couple who diligently painted candy sticks for good little boys and girls. Then they drove around the corner, and Santa ordered his reindeer to halt. Santa helped Choo-Choo down from the sled, and as they walked up to the door of the little house, Santa and Choo-Choo heard singing inside.
When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep, down the chimney broad and black, with your pack you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one, you'll be sure to know.
When they saw that Santa was there, everybody stopped singing and crowded all around him. Santa explained that Choo-Choo was the little boy who had asked for a train with real tracks for it to run on. Then Santa ordered one of his helpers to bring over the bag he'd forgotten on his earlier trip. Santa bent to open it, and Choo-Choo could see, peeping out at the very top, just the train he'd been asking for. His fingers fairly itched to take hold of it. But first, Santa said, he wanted to tell Choo-Choo a story. It started a long time ago, as far back as last Christmas. Santa had just finished his trip for the year and was on his way back to Santa Claus land when he'd made a dreadful discovery. There were two little children whose letter to Santa Claus had gotten lost, and so there would be no presents in their stockings on Christmas morning. It was too late to go back and have his helpers make up new presents because it was practically Christmas Day. If he could only find a doll with curly hair and a drum that played a real tune. Santa hurried back down a chimney a few blocks away and woke up the little girl and boy who were sleeping there. He took them back with him to Santa Claus Land. They rode down Merry Christmas Avenue with Santa, and he introduced them to all his helpers. And then, Santa said, he asked them just what he was going to ask Choo-Choo. Would they be willing to give up their Christmas presents to make that other little girl and boy happy on Christmas Day? Choo-Choo's eyes grew wide, and he thought an instant, and then he knew what he must do.
Oh, sure, Santa. Why, this is the nicest Christmas present I've ever had. I'm visiting Santa Claus Land.
Well, Choo-Choo was a very little boy, and it was very late, but he did wake up in time to sing the last Christmas carol around the Christmas tree with all the others.